Hey folks, welcome back to another one of my videos. For those of you who haven't watched one of them before, over the past several years I've been coaching and supporting people for the police recruitment process. With a lot of success, a good 3,000 people are now in the police as a result of my support, something I'm really pleased and proud about. For those of you who haven't seen anything about my services, if you click on some of the links below, it'll take you to my online courses, seminars, one-to-one coaching, and for those of you who just want a little bit of a top-up, there's always my Facebook support group for police recruitment issues. Almost 6,000 people now members of that group. Something I'm really pleased about, what a group that is, and what some fantastic members making some great contributions. So what's this video about today? Well, in York today I've been coaching someone on a one-to-one basis for the Police Assessment Centre, the national one, the old search one. If you are in London, it's the old one because you're now doing the day one. And one of the things I do during my coaching sessions and seminars is something I call Role Play Gymnastics. No, it's not like Twister, you're not going to be running around, but I call it gymnastics because it's designed to get you thinking in a very agile way and making sure that you ask really good questions, come up with some really eloquent solutions, because if you don't do that, you won't be able to solve the conundrum I'm going to give you. So everyone gets a chance to do these. So I thought I'd share a little bit about the sort of things that we do, the sort of subjects we cover as part of the Role Play Gymnastics and what we did today. So the very first one was based on meeting O'Brien. That was me, I was role playing, who owns a shop called O'Brien's Emporium. I sell stuff, but the problem we've got is two people outside the shop causing problems on a daily basis. The policies you've got access to are the equality policy and the visitor code of conduct. And there's an additional one I was going through in as well about how there's funding available to improve community relations. Now, this one always nobbles people, but there's a huge amount of learning in this around equality and how you're going to apply the equality policy and how you're going to make really good decisions that may be very challenging for the role player and have an outstanding rationale behind them. So there's one of the role plays we do as part of the Role Play Gymnastics. Next one, a complaint about a shop owner next door. I mean, chances are you're going to get one of these because you're meeting 3 business people, stroke owners, out of the 4 role plays. There's only 1 member of the public meeting. So there's going to be some kind of issue. And we look here at the standards of performance and ethics and also focusing on the resources that are available to you at the Westshire Centre. And again, another policy, I want you to help build community at the Westshire Centre. So this one as well has a lot of hidden little gems in it to really get you thinking about the sort of questions that you need to ask to find out exactly what the problem is. Because on many occasions, my clients go off on a tangent and they're not discovering the causes of the problems and they're starting to focus on the symptoms as opposed to the causes. So this one really gets to the heart of making you think about the cause of problems as opposed to focusing on solutions for the symptoms of the problems. And the last one we did was a visitor complaint about some parking issues. Now on my online course, one of the examples I walk you through is a parking issue. And again, equality policy, the resources available, but also that we've got some budget cuts here and we're having to strip some of the resources that are normally available at the Westshire Centre. And again, this brought up some really good examples of how if you don't ask the right questions, you won't find out what the cause of the problem is. And it also brought up some really interesting learning for the candidate around solutions, making sure that the solutions are focusing on the problem, the cause of the problem, not on the symptoms, So that was an outstanding bit of learning there. And also starting to think about openness to change, innovative and creative approaches, especially around budget cuts. So again, another great role play. We spent a couple of hours doing role play gymnastics and doing timeouts and debriefing it at an appropriate moment. The amount of learning he got out of it, because this individual had failed on 2 occasions, was absolutely convinced on both of them that he'd passed the assessment centre. After a day with me, he worked out exactly why he'd failed, and it was tweaking little words. That's all it was tweaking words and getting out of this sort of general vague speech or style of speaking which he was used to. So there you go, folks. A little bit about Role Play Gymnastics. So I hope you enjoyed it, hope you got something from it. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, I shall see you there soon, and maybe even see you up here in York at the Business Centre for some one-to-one coaching. Catch up with you soon. Bye-bye for now.